American Idol's Top 5 revealed. Which duo didn't survive Disney Night? The bad news? With the finale of Season 23 fast approaching in just 1 week, our latest American Idol journey has almost come to an end. The good news? They're giving us 2 Disney nights this year. Look, America already voted off my queen Amanda Beres. I have to find joy somewhere, okay? Sunday's episode kicked off the show's 2-night tribute to the House of Mouse, sending the remaining 7 singers, Thunderstorm artists, John Foster, Slater Nally, Brianna Nix, Maddie Pruitt, Jamal Roberts and Gabby Simone, to Disneyland to live out their every magical fantasy. One of those fantasies was, of course, getting to work with this week's guest mentor Lin-Manuel Miranda, whose contributions to the modern Disney songbook include We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, Shiny from Moana, and even that song about wanting a brother from Mufasa, the Lion King that has taken up permanent residence in my brain. Forget living rent-free, that thing's putting up a new edition in there. In addition to performing some of the most iconic Disney jams of all time, the contestants returned to the stage for special Mother's Day performances, dedicating songs of love and appreciation to the women who raised them. Unfortunately, not everyone will be returning for Disney Night 2 on Monday, ABC, August 7th, as Sunday's episode ended with another quick but brutal double elimination. And by the time Monday's episode is over, we'll know which 3 are headed to the finale on May 18th. Time is flying. Read on for a breakdown of how everyone fared on Sunday, including which duo got the boot and which 5 will be back again on Monday. When you're finished, drop a comment with your thoughts below. Were any of your favorites eliminated? Plus, vote for the singers you want to see in the top 3. This season's resident bombastic beltress chose an appropriately booming ballad in How Far I'll Go from Moana, a perfect metaphor for Gabby's journey thus far. I regret to say that her signature confidence was missing big time from this performance, which got off to a pretty rocky start with some noticeable lyrical flubs, but I'm thrilled to say that she pulled herself together for a strong finish, singing the ever-loving heck out of those final notes. Now this is what I'm talking about. When I say that Gabby is one of my favorite contestants of the season, I'm thinking about these types of performances. I loved every second of her confident, authentic, powerful take on Home from the Wiz, an unexpectedly spot-on choice for a Mother's Day tribute. Bathed in regal purple light, this queen was fully in her element as she belted her way through the classic Broadway tune, bringing down the house as only she can. Andy's grade, A. I'm sad to see Gabby's journey end here, but I'm sure we have at least one great performance left from her when she returns in the finale. Cheers to a great run. With his smooth R&B chops, Jamal's voice fits in better with the muses than it does with Hercules' titular hero, which is honestly what made his performance of Go the Distance so darn jaw-dropping. With every delicious run and vocal inflection, he made this inspirational ballad his own, and it was nothing short of godly. Okay, maybe demigodly. Jamal has such a strong inner light, and I'm not sure I've seen it shine brighter than it did tonight. I have so much love for this guy. One of the most powerful performances of the night came courtesy of Jamal's heartbreaking tribute to his late stepmother Tabitha, honoring her memory with a glorious rendition of Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come. There was so much raw emotion in his voice as he navigated every run before singing to the rafters in an explosive finish. Lionel Richie had every right to ask to see Jamal's birth certificate. That voice is far beyond his years. Brianna has previously discussed, or should I say reflected upon, how much she has changed since the beginning of the competition, making Reflection from Mulan a perfect song choice. It was obviously more Christina Aguilera than Lea Salonga, but Brianna really did a nice job of delivering a version that was uniquely her own. She went softer in certain parts than I expected, but it ultimately served her well, allowing those bigger notes to shine. I'm normally a Disney purist, but this arrangement really worked for me. For her Mother's Day tribute, Brianna dedicated Like My Mother Does, by American Idol alumna Lauren Elena, to her mom Tammy, and what a dedication it was. Brianna has an undeniable strength, and it felt so satisfying to watch her stand in it as she belted out this message of pure love. Seeing her melt into an emotional puddle at the end only heightened the overall experience. One of the wildest choices of the night came courtesy of John, probably the last contestant I expected to perform almost there, Princess Tiana's famous I Want song from The Princess and the Frog. And I won't lie, it might not have been the best choice. Sure, all of the notes were correct, but the vibes were way off. I can appreciate Lynn's attempt to infuse this one with a little more energy, but it was super awkward watching John do that forced "we're almost there" America bit. I think I would have preferred boring over cringy. John thanked his mother for always believing in him with a touching take on "What else, Brooks and Dunn's believe." It was definitely a more conversational performance than we're used to hearing from him, and I was actually surprised by how much I enjoyed the change of pace. He told a really beautiful story here. We were all holding our hands up by the end, right alongside Carrie. John is always polished and solid, but this was really something else. What a way to end the night. Watching Hamilton's superfan Slater get to sing "You'll Be Back with Lynn" was enough of a treat, and that was before he straight up dazzled us with a countrified reimagining of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" from The Lion King. Despite a false start, which I thought was just an audio snafu, Slater came out growling, nay roaring, on the timeless Elton John love ballad, using his gravelly tone and soaring vocals to take us to some really interesting places. If you're wondering where Slater gets his chill confidence from, look no further than his mom Katie. The old soul in a teen's body dedicated Bob Dylan's "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right" to the woman who raised him, resulting in one of his most genuine performances to date. Cool and confident throughout, the whole thing felt like a victory lap, and arguably his best implementation of harmonica yet. This was just really, really nice. Did I assume someone would pick "Remember Me" from Coco this year? Of course. Would I ever have guessed that it would be Maddie? No, sir. But just as Maddie has continuously surprised me throughout her time on the show, she once again pulled out an unexpected performance on Disney Night, delivering a breathtakingly mature cover of this deeply emotional tune. Lynn was smart to have her sing it directly to her Tennessee hometown. It really added to the haunting melancholy of the song, as did Maddie's ethereal vocals. Simply beautiful. Paying tribute to both her mom and stepmom, Maddie returned to the stage with "Those Kind of Women," another Lauren Elena jam. I love the full circle idol synergy, I really do. I also loved this performance, a simple, strong showing of all that Maddie has to offer. We've seen Maddie channel her innocence, and we've seen her go beyond her years, but this felt somewhere wonderfully in the middle. This was definitely the sass that Luke and Carrie have been waiting for, or as Lionel correctly referred to it, the attitude. I have to say, I wasn't expecting Maddie to become a Disney Night casualty, but we're getting to the end of the road, and tough calls must be made. I wish her so much luck in the future. Thunderstorm already sings with all the colors of the wind, so it was only appropriate for him to choose the iconic Pocahontas ballad. What began as a haunting lullaby slowly grew into an achingly beautiful celebration of harmony. He may have tried to hold back his smile during the song's more solemn moments, but I couldn't hide the stupid grin on my own face. It didn't bring down the house, but it didn't need to. Sometimes less is more. An original song? Tonight? Okay, Thunderstorm. This consistently excellent performer gave us one more surprise with "Out of the Blue," a song he wrote about his wife. Not only was it just a beautifully constructed song with a heartfelt melody and stunning lyrics, but I felt the emotion in every single note. This was pure joy and heart and everything the world needs more of right now. Okay, I'm going to stop before I start talking about wanting to bake a cake filled with rainbows and smiles. But I loved it.